What's up, guys? It's J&D Exotics, and welcome back. Shake my hand. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Dendrobates Leucomelas. We're going to be talking about their care and whether or not these guys are a good pet choice. I personally love Leucomelas. I own 3. But without further ado, let's jump into this video. Hey, before we begin, if you guys like this type of content, smash that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll also post my channel link somewhere around here and a tag for you guys to go click and watch more content. So let's begin. Dendrobates Leucomelas can go by many different names in the hobby. I've heard them go by Leucs, bumblebee frogs, black and yellow arrow frogs, yellow-headed poison frogs, and Dendrobates Leucomelas. These bolt frogs almost look fake. They look like they're made out of Play-Doh, and they're very hardy. From owning these guys, I've had people personally ask me, hey, you own arrow frogs, aren't they poisonous? And the answer is no, not in captivity. They only get their toxins from ants they eat in the wild. Dendrobates Leucomelas are found in rainforests in northern South America. A great majority of the species is found in Venezuela, but they can also be found in parts of Guyana, Brazil, and Colombia. They reside on the rainforest floor. The temperature of these forests reach from 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's very, very humid there. During the dry season, Leucomelas stay hydrated by hiding under logs and rock formations where it's higher humidity. In captivity, you can keep them from 68 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit just like in the wild, but they prefer temperatures in the mid-70s. Temperatures over 85 degrees Fahrenheit can be fatal for these guys, so be sure to keep the temps down. If your house stays on the cooler side, you can obtain a higher temperature in their enclosure from a low wattage heat bulb or a heat pad regulated by a thermostat. ZoomEd makes a great low wattage nano heating system you guys can use. Dendrobates Leucomelas need high humidity to thrive. Humidity should be kept at 75 to 100% at all times. Misting the tank several times a day is a necessity. So what I personally do to keep the higher humidity in my tanks, I removed all the screen lids off of them and I replaced them with glass tops. Glass tops ensure that the humidity that you work so hard for doesn't escape through the top. What I personally did, I went to Lowe's with the size and measurements that I needed and they cut the glass for me right there and then. I just paid for it and took it home. Just be sure to not put anything heavy on top of the glass because it can crack depending on what thickness you use. Live plants in the tank will also help achieve a higher humidity level. Now let's talk about a tank setup. A 10-gallon tank is good for a pair of Leucs, but I honestly think the bigger the tank the better. My 3 that I own are in an Exoterra 18 by 18 by 18. Like I said before, I have glass tops in my tank, and I also have an LED strip light. The light gives light to my plants and also supplies my frogs with a day and night cycle. While you can have success with fake plants, I feel like a bioactive setup with live plants is the way to go for dart frogs. As I said before, plants will keep the humidity high in the tank, and they'll also imitate the Dendrobates Leucomelas' natural habitat, giving them places to hide and surface area to climb on. Giving them many places to hide is also a good thing, ensuring that if they want to get away, they can, and it'll make them feel safe and comfortable in their enclosure. On my tank, there's green algae growing on the sides of the glass. This isn't harmful to the frogs at all. Okay, so you have a house, and you have curtains covering your window. The algae is essentially a curtain that covers their window, giving them privacy. The species is bold and active, and they come right up to you when you open the tank door. From my experience, they're usually not that shy, and they always come up when I offer them food. Dendrobates Leucomelas do have a moderately loud call, and they do call often, so just be prepared for that, but I personally love it when they call. If you guys do have a bioactive setup, your cleanup crew is going to act as 2 things. 1, it's going to clean up your tank, and 2, it's going to act as a snack for your frog. These guys will eat your microfauna. On top of them eating your isopods and springtails, Dendrobates Leucomelas are going to eat flightless fruit flies as well. Smaller frogs are going to eat Drophosella malagnaster fruit flies, while larger adult frogs are going to eat Drophosella heidii fruit flies. You can also offer adults quarter-inch crickets. If you end up owning a Dendrobates Leucomelas, you're going to be in for a long commitment. If cared for correctly, they can live up to 10 to 15 years old. That seems to be the more common age range, but there are reports of Dendrobates Leucomelas living past 20 years old. So remember, Leucs are amphibians and they breathe and absorb toxins through their skin, so keep handling to a minimum. If you need to handle them, it's 100% necessary, you have to do it. Just make sure your hands are clean, make sure there's nothing on them, there's no soap residue, or if you have sterile rubber gloves, I'd recommend using those instead. Overall, if you're looking for an active, bold, hardy frog, Dendrobates Leucomelas are a great species for both beginners and experienced keepers. From their bright, vibrant colors to their amazing call, these frogs are a great choice for pets. Personally, I recommend Dendrobates Leucomelas to all hobbyists that can provide them with the right care. Even though Leucomelas aren't considered a rare frog, I love them and that's why I have them in my collection. One more thing before we go, if you guys do end up buying Leucomelas and, keeping them as a pet, please keep them separate from any other dart frog species. While sure, you can have success keeping them with Dendrobates auratus, you don't want the bloodlines to mix. It's very important that we keep the species separate. Their natural habitats right now are being destroyed by deforestation, and once these guys are going in the wild, it's going to be up to us to keep the species living on this planet. So it's very important that we don't have interbreeding with different species going on. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. If you liked the video, I'm going to post more content here so you guys can go and watch it. And I'll also post my channel right here. That way you guys can go and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.